The Neon Ghost Show.
Are you ready?
Yo, Ryno and I want to welcome a guy that's been around for quite a while. He's been a pro fighter. He was the man behind Cage Quest Fights. He was a matchmaker, a promoter, and so much more for the WFC. He now spends his time shaping the careers of up-and-coming MMA fighters with his One Speed management team. He's well respected as a pillar in the combat sports in the Pacific Northwest, Mr. Eddie Blackburn.
Blackburn.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hello,
Hey,
sir.
thank you, guys.
Yeah,
Welcome,
of course.
my
How are
friend.
you guys?
Good. How are
Good.
you? So you have a big
Amazing.
announcement for us?
At work, enjoying the sunshine in California, my man.
Yeah,
Ooh,
you're lucky.
California, nice. I'll be in Arizona in a few days, man. I'm gonna get some sunshine out there as well. We need that.
Heck
All
yeah.
right, let's get the news out of the way.
Yeah.
What is you got a big announcement to make?
Bro, I got a lot of announcements to make.
I know. I
So,
sent him a
One
text. I was
Speed
like,
Man-
yo, this is getting spicy.
The floor is yours, sir.
So-
The floor is
The
yours.
floor is yours, sir.
So One Speed Management just signed 10-time UFC vet Anthony Hamilton. So I will be managing Anthony Hamilton the rest of his career. Could be 2 fights, could be 4 fights, whatever. And since I put the little kind of bit of Anthony put the word out yesterday, and I've been getting a lot of feedback and a lot of promotions still interested in Anthony Hamilton, the freight train. So Joe DeRabio, I know you're listening. We want to get him on Koga always, and so he's under One Speed Management. And then that being said, I also just signed Craig Jackson, the Bullet. He will also be under One Speed Management.
Nice. I wanted to
And
ask
then
you
my
first.
other announcement is
Wait. Let's
my
not go
other
there yet.
announcement is
Wait.
You don't want to go there yet?
Not yet.
Yeah,
What I
all
wanted to
right,
ask
let's
you
go.
was, you had done so much, and 4-ish months ago, you were on Sway City's podcast, and you were disheartened, you were disrespected. There was some things going on within the business of it all that you were going to step away completely. You were going to move on with life, and you were happy with where you were in that moment. You were good with that
Exactly.
decision. Within 4 months now, you've decided, no, fuck that. I'm coming back, and this is how I'm coming back. What made you decide to come back as a manager, start One Speed Management, and for making that decision to walk away from everything else and now start this? How do you feel?
Well, I feel good about the decision I made. I took I think it was maybe a couple weeks break, and I'm doing the management thing not only to help the fighters, but to make sure that there's a certain promotion out there. I think it's like UFC Fake W Walmart. I don't know what it's called, something like that. But anyway, just so these people don't get these fighters. You know what I mean? So my little situation is I don't care about the money with these fighters. My stipulation is that they do not fight for that Walmart, Kmart, whatever the heck they're called, UFC Fake, what I don't know what they're called, but something like that. W something. All right. So these guys that I manage will never fight for that promotion. So that was another thing that I wanted to do.
That's fair. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, and if they disrespected you, you gotta earn the respect back and fuck them.
Well, you know what? They didn't really disrespect me. I don't want to take it as like I don't want people to think that they disrespected me. I was doing everything for that promotion, and if you look at their past promotions, their past cards that they put together, and their future cards without me, they're pretty garbage. I mean, you got 24 fighters, and no disrespect to any local fighter out there, but it's hard to put a fight card together where there's 24 fighters and one guy on the whole card has a winning record. I mean, the crowd, what are you getting? What are you paying for? You know what I mean? So, I thought I was selling out every event. I was some of these local promotions' biggest competitor. So I mean, I know a lot of those guys are happy that I'm not promoting and matchmaking anymore because it's making it easier for them. But I asked several times to be a partner, and he was paying me well, as a matchmaker, and I brought in sponsorships to make the difference and everything like that for him. But if I'm doing it all, why would I be the number 2 guy when I could be the number 1 guy?
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, hey, you're not gonna make me a partner, which you were sitting back doing nothing and I was doing everything. Then there's no need for me to do that when I can find something else to do. And then, like I said, I got into this management. I like the whole one speed management. I got some killers, and it's only going to get bigger. And I've only been doing this now for maybe like 3.5 months, and I'm getting the big promotion. Every promotion out there's called me so far, except for UFC and LFA, or not LFA. LFA has called me. UFC and PFL. Besides that, I'm getting calls, and so it's sky's the limit.
And in that short amount of time, you already have what? Now that would be 5.
I think we're at 5.
Six?
I think we're at
Yep.
5. I think we're
Yep.
at 5.
That's a good sign. And like I said, your name and what you've done in the aspect of the sport holds a lot of weight behind it. So fighters signing up with you, especially the newer up and coming fighters, nothing but learning experiences to have you in their corner.
Yeah, I appreciate that, and this is a crazy business and a crazy sport, man. And if you're a shitbag, and people know you're a shitbag, you know what I mean?
Yep. So what text did you send me today that you wanted to talk about?
Well, dude, I don't know if you guys were there. I don't think you were there or not, but Koga crowned a brand new welterweight professional champion this weekend. And his name is Jonathan Haynes. Jonathan Haynes is well, here's the beginning of the story. So I don't want to say anybody's names, but his initials is AC. So let's call this professional fighter AC. He's a 170 pounder. He's fighting for Koga actively. He's won 3 fights in a row. And no disrespect to anything, but I think he's been getting some easy fights. And he's called out to wants to fight for the title. So I'm pretty good friends with Joe DeRabio, and I wanted to make sure that AC had an opponent for a title fight. And so I put Jonathan Haynes' name in. Jonathan Haynes would definitely take that fight any day of the week. And they sent it out, and it was an instant capital. Not even like little case. It was capital. No. I know who sent that. So then Joe reaches back to me and said, hey, AC said there's no way that he'll take that fight, And then I reached out to AC because I have his phone number and I know him very well. And I said, this is a great fight. Why wouldn't you take this fight? And he said that every time I try to match a fight that it's always for my guys. Well, this AC is like 14-7, fought in some big shows. My guy's 5-2 on a 5-fight win streak. I think it's a great fight. So since we got that verbal tap out on the phone, I consider Jonathan Haynes the new welterweight Koga champion. I mean, and if AC wants a title shot, we'll defend the title May 25th at Koga. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than that, right, guys?
Oh,
You're welcome, Joe DeRabio. You're welcome, my friend.
Promoter, manager, he's just right
Dude.
on the ball, isn't he?
Bro, it can't get any quicker. I mean, that's easy, right? We got a main event. We got a title fight for Joe DeRabio.
Wow.
Since we're the champ now, we got the belt. We won by first round via freaking phone tap. Then, let's do this.
Oh,
That's a first. I love it.
that's. I mean, I know the fight you're talking about. Ryno knows talking about. I'm not gonna throw shade on him. I'm gonna say I love where this is leading, and if this leads to the cage, like this is all just build up to the fight, and it would be great.
We need this. We need this kind of excitement. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
it's not a fight in the cafe after an event, but this is damn good. Let's get there.
And like I sent you guys text message. I'm not just making this up. This you can't make this up. This is too good to make up.
Yeah.
So I sent you the picture with Jonathan with the belt on. I mean, we was crowned the champ this weekend, dude. I don't know where you guys were at. Maybe a card show or something. But hey, I'm telling you, he's the champ, bro. He's the champ.
We got to get that on social media. We'll get Omar on that one. We'll get the champ is here.
The picture I sent it to you. The champ is here. Hey, the champ is busy. March 27th, he'll be fighting for A1 in Sacramento, California at the Hard Rock Casino. But after that fight, the champ would be ready May.
Oh.
That guy fought 5 times last year. He'll fight 6 times this year. He doesn't care. Fight every other week if you want him to.
That's rad.
I love that.
That's what fighters do, bro. That's what fighters do. They don't say no to shit and they fight.
Exactly.
You are 100% correct. But
if you're a social media fighter, then just do that keyboard shit. You know what I mean?
I personally love knowing your name and I've seen you around, and I met you the first time at our last fights in the bar line with Ed. And so now, like,
Yeah,
knowing
and I
you,
had a shot of tequila with you, dude, and that shit wasn't a shot. That was like 3 shots. That shit was
she totally hooked us
horrible.
up. She totally hooked us up. But knowing I've known your name for a long time, and now like that this Eddie Blackburn has switched to management, and look, like right off the bat, he's like, yo, this dude turned it down. That means my boy's the champ. Let's go. Like, I can only imagine how the rest of this management thing is going to go for you when this is your mentality. And I'm so happy for you. This is great.
You know, and not only Jonathan, I got near the Bosnian bombshell rep. That girl will fight anybody too. She just fought Alex Pereira's sister. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Down in LFA. I mean, this girl doesn't say no to nothing neither. And these are the type of people, you know, you can pad your record with a guy that's got 55 losses and 10 wins, and then you can pad your record with another guy that's lost 28 fights in a row. And AC, this is the kind of guys that you're fighting. You have no right to ever tell any promotion that you want a title fight. You know, so if you want a title fight, these are the guys that you should fight. You know, and then there's another guy out there, Carson Fry. I love Carson Fry. He's a great kid. He's pound for pound the number one guy in the Pacific Northwest, and he's the number one champion at welterweight. He's the number one guy in the Pacific Northwest at welterweight, right? 17 wins, 7 losses. He holds the welterweight Kmart UFC whatever shit belt that is. Why don't you bring that belt over to Koga? Let Jonathan Haynes defend his Koga belt against your fake whatever crap belt that is, and there's one champ in the welterweight division in the Pacific Northwest. Come on, man. These rankings suck.
I love this. I love
You know what
this.
I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let Jonathan Haynes, the sky's the limit. The dude just went down to Sacramento, California in January. He fought this huge prospect Division I All-American wrestler, undefeated as an amateur, undefeated as a professional, and got his ass kicked for 3 rounds and stayed in the fight and ended up winning by triangle choke at the end. The place went fucking nuts. I mean, the kid's having him back, and we're fighting another huge prospect. The guy that we're fighting is this Russian kid that is the main training partner for the UFC's middleweight champion right now, Haas, whatever the heck his name is. But we're fighting his main training partner. So, like I said, Jonathan doesn't say no to nobody. So if AC wants to fight, Carson Fry wants to fight, whoever, let's do it at Koga. Let's do this for Joe DeRabio. Let's give Joe DeRabio the main event that Koga deserves.
Dude, I'm so glad Eddie has to be on our show. Like, this is just great.
I love it. Absolutely love it.
Yep. You also have Case and Hammer. He just fought for us, and he didn't get the win, but he looked freaking good in there doing what he was doing.
Yeah, here's another thing with Case and Hammer, dude. Case and Hammer's a great kid, 21-year-old, fucking shitload of talent, right? But his coach is off the chart. And bro, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say anything about anybody. I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. If you don't like it, fuck it. But I'm telling you, as of right now, I don't manage Case and Hammer anymore. Case and Hammer's coach, they decided that they wanted to take a break from fighting to get better. And Case and Hammer will never get any better with that particular coach. I asked Case and Hammer, hey, you came up a weekend and you trained with Jonathan Haynes. Were you the best guy in the gym? He said, hell no, I got my ass kicked every round there. There's nothing but tough dudes in that gym. I said, well, when you work out at your gym, are you the best guy in the gym? Yeah, pretty much. I'm the only guy in the gym. So that right there will tell you, you're never going to get better, my guy. You're better than your coach. You're not going to get better. So you take your break. You decide down the road that you want to go to a different gym, like one of the best gyms out there, ATT down in Portland where you live, give me a shout and we can do business again. But right now, I don't want anything to do with that coach. I put my name out there to get this kid fights. Nobody wanted to deal with this coach. He wasn't getting fights. That's why they reached out to me to get fights. I got him back-to-back fights, and we're in that situation. So, you know, love Kaysen, great guy. His coach is whatever.
When you're, like you said, there's no bullshit with you. It's straight as it is. When these young up and coming fighters want you as their manager, I'm assuming this is a guy they're going to get. You're not sugarcoating it for them. You're going to just flatline, hey guys, A to Z. No. What is that process like when you're talking to an up and coming fighter that wants to go pro? Like, how do you?
So let's talk about a veteran out there. I'm not going to say any names again because he's a friend of mine. He reached out to me. I'll give you a hint though. He was in a fucking bar fight or a deli fight, we should say, a deli fight. And he asked me to be his manager. Bro, if you can't pay your freaking cell phone bill, you ain't going to be able to You know, just I don't want that type of person. I'm looking for a kid like, you know, I keep saying Jonathan Haynes. I mean, that's like the perfect mold, dude. I want a guy that has no problems fighting at any promotion, will travel, has a decent life, you know what I mean? Take care of himself, take care of his family. He's not out there doing shit that he's, you know, he represents me and himself.
Nice. Nice.
Like Anthony Hamilton, the biggest class act you'll ever meet in your life.
How did that come about?
Well, that W, whatever that promotion is again, we keep bringing up, is hounding him to fight at a certain casino up in Washington. And I was talking with Joe DeRabio about getting him on the promotion. And I'm like, I'm doing this extra work. I might as well manage the guy. So, what do you think? And, you know, we talked last night and he's all for it, dude. He wrote a big post and got like 300 and something likes and 50 something comments. So it's like, we're a perfect fit for each other. You know, he's definitely a class act, and I want to see the rest of his career out, you know. And like I said, we're getting hit up by a bunch of promotions already, and Anthony don't have to fight local if he doesn't want to. It's up to him.
This is so good. I'm so happy that I'm glad you walked away and had your break, but that you're back. You didn't just walk away. And I love this fire, this intensity that you have, and all the experience. And like I said, your name goes a long way in this. And I'm so glad we're getting managers like this out there that are going to help elevate the game in Koga and just in around period.
Hey, Eddie, I got a question for you. So with managing like Anthony now, have you guys had talks for after his career done, 2 to 4 fights could be? Has he been looking into doing any kind of management with kind of the reach that he has and the development?
I mean, you know of his son. His son's a monster wrestler. And I think Anthony's going to dedicate his time, besides working and taking care of his family like he does, but to get his son to the levels and levels and levels. The kid's already levels and levels, but to you know, just be there for his son. I think that's really important to Anthony. He talks about it all the time.
Nice.
So I can't see Anthony like managing fighters or anything like that. I can see him working out with guys still and being involved and going to shows, but I mean, I don't know. I think he's just ready to do his fights, and that because he's trying to get to a certain number. I think it's 30 total fight or 40 total fights. 40. I think he's trying to get to 40. So once he hits 40, I think he's gonna, you know, concentrate more on his son. What's that?
But he'll probably still end up in the gym and training camps helping guys.
Oh, of course.
He's not walking away.
He's at a great gym, Ring Demon. That's a great gym. I mean, he's a huge asset there, just with the leadership and everything. You know what I mean? Like Nira Rep trains there, and I just told her last night. I said, "Hey, I just got Anthony." She goes, "That's my big brother." You know, so everybody looks up to Anthony. I mean, the freight train's been around a grip of time. He's fought everybody. UFC fought Francis Ngannou. I mean, this guy's fought everybody. So fought in Russia, fought wherever. You know what I mean? So a great guy to have in the gym. Personality, unbelievable.
Yeah, and he was throwing some hands last one with my buddy Matt. He was throwing some
hands
at the end there. I was excited for that when they started rocking sock'em robots. It was a good time to watch that. Absolutely. He showed a new wrinkle in his game, which is fun.
Of course. Yep. But with Anthony, I'm pretty sure if he takes any heavyweight down in the Pacific Northwest, the fight's pretty much over.
Yeah. It's been that way for quite some time. It's why it'd be interesting to I want one of his last fights to just be an absolute war. Like if he does take a guy down, like I want the guy to get back up. I for Anthony, I want him to go out like the gladiator.
You know, since we're calling people out and doing all that fun stuff, he wants his last fight to be Jordan Curry. Curry, Idaho guy, Trevor Prangley, aka guy down there. That's what he wants. He probably won't sleep at night until he gets that fight, but he wants that fight back.
Yes. We'd love to see that.
So guess what? One Speed Management's going to do everything. I will show up Sunday morning at Jordan Curry's church to let Jordan know that, hey, let's make this fight happen.
Oh, this is so great. I'm so glad you're doing this. Oh, you got any more questions?
Brother. I appreciate you guys.
Ryno, you got any questions?
No, I'm excited to see what this leads to with the guys that you brought under the One Speed Management. I am excited. I'm excited to see what happens with it. Who can get on this next May card? Because I think the May card in Clearwater, from my understanding, from what I'm hearing in the background, is shaping up to be solid.
I mean,
It is. I talk to Joe every other day, and it's sounding amazing. And I'm hoping if AC wants to step up and be the man that he says he is and defend everything that I've thrown out at him and Jonathan's thrown out at him, we're more than happy to defend our new belt against him.
this is so
And that would
good.
be a great main event. That would be a great main event.
100%. 100%.
I would love to see. I would love to see AC in that opportunity. That would be.
100%.
That would be. Ooh, I'd be hyped for that.
Oh. All right, Eddie. Thank you for your time. Go back to
So
work,
maybe
sir.
you guys. Hey, real quick, I want to
Yep.
give a shout out to Near the Bombshell Rep. She fights April 17th for the CFFC in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That will be on UFC Fight Pass. Jonathan Haynes fights March 17th or March 27th for A1 Combat at the Hard Rock Casino in Sacramento, California. And after that, he will be fighting May 25th against AC for the welterweight championship of Koga. And yes, we are defending our belt, and we will keep on defending our belt because that's our belt.
Eddie,
The
where
rating and
can
defending.
people, the fighters that are out there that, you know, they want this kind of intensity as their manager, where can they reach out to you? Where can they find you to talk to you? Besides at every event, because you're always around, but what can they do?
Hey, they know where. They know where. It's Eddie Blackburn at Instagram and Eddie Blackburn at Facebook. And I'll give you my number too. Give this to AC because I know I already got it. And tell him to call me. It's 253-279-2422.
Oh my God, this is so good.
Oh, May's gonna be good. May's gonna be good. I love it, Eddie.
Hey, and if AC doesn't want to be the man and step up to get a title shot, then Carson Fry, your number one guy in the Pacific Northwest, let's give him a title shot and tell him to bring his candy ass freaking belt that he's got from WKMAR F whatever it's called, and we'll take that, win it, and throw it in the garbage where it belongs.
Oh my God. All right, Eddie. Thank you. Go to work, sir. Come back on.
Love you
sometime.
guys. Hey, we'll see you soon. Thank you so
Yes,
much
sir.
for this opportunity. Freaking blow my shit up because I'm coming to get everything that we deserve. Jonathan Haynes deserves it. Nira Rep deserves it. Craig Jackson deserves it. And my main man, Freight Train. Freight Train deserves everything. Thank you so much, guys.
Yes, sir.
Hey, and tell Ed Herman I love him, and I'll talk to him soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Later, guys.
Oh my God, that was not. I was not. I mean, I was not expecting that, but I was. Oh my God, that was so good.
That was good, man. For the first time meeting Eddie, learning about his personality and things like that, an outspoken individual who definitely says his piece of mind. It was fun to see a little bit more of that side of him today, talking about his people. And you know what, man, that's what you want to see inside a manager. Somebody's fired up, somebody who's in tune with what the fighters are wanting. I think that is fantastic, and he has the reach for it. So that man can speak his mind and make shit happen.
And I definitely like it adds a. I mean, you are, there's fighters you're managing, so you'll know this better than myself. But the fact that a guy like Eddie Blackburn doing it is definitely already shaking it up. But then to come on a podcast to just be calling everybody up, throwing it out there, like that is 100%. Like we need more of that.
Oh, 100%. 100%. For these types of organizations, something like Koga, they need something like this. Somebody who has a vendetta against another organization, somebody who has representation over individuals who want to make big names for themselves. This is big. This is a big thing. So, for Joe having in ties with Eddie so well and Anthony and things like that, and them getting the first crack at these types of matchups, I think it's big. And AC, this whole thing that's starting with it could be big. I mean, this could be a lot of fun to see what happens. We've talked about him on the show. We've talked about him in our post fights, and what we would love to see for him in the future with AC and fighting with Koga, especially. Boy, am I ever excited to see where this leads to,
dude. And especially let's say he does take that fight and let's say he wins. That does nothing but lift him off now. Cause if you go against, one speed management's guy, then that's awesome for you. And given the fact that you turned it, I don't know, man. I don't know what we're allowed to say here. He sent me those texts. I was like, okay, you bring it up, you talk about it. And man, he just went there.
Yeah, we'll let him talk about it and let him be the advocate for the explanation of what he wants to do with it. That's his hype. His man, he did his thing. He did what he's supposed to do for his team.
It reminded me of old school WWE days when he said, "We'll bring that belt and throw it in the trash." I was thinking of Alundra Blaze dropped. I was just like, oh, can you imagine? Like, I guarantee you, if dude steps up and does that, I'm not sure if he's allowed to bring his belt here. Like, I don't know if we've worked that out, but I could totally see Eddie grabbing that other belt and throwing it in the trash in the center of our cage. Oh my god.
Absolutely. I think that sets it up that we need to bring AC on, and we need to see what's next for AC. I think that's what we need to do. I think we need to see what's next for him, what he wants to do. I mean, I think we've hit a new era in the Neon Ghost show of what we should in a direction that we could lead this to.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have some good reach, my friend. I don't think we utilize it, and what this could actually be a solid platform for.
Yep. And now we 100%, now we definitely can and will once people saw Eddie on here doing what Eddie does. And that's what, later this week, I'm going down. Finally, we've been trying to put it together for a long time. I'm going down to, Zach's Sway City thing he does in his garage. Yeah. And you know me with life, like we've been trying. So finally I literally hit him up this morning, maybe last night, and was like, "Hey man, I can make Wednesday work. What works for you?" And he gave me some time. So I'm going down Wednesday. And in the aspect of what he does and what we now can also do between the two of our podcasts, we can do nothing but push the Pacific Northwest MMA scene from here and get fighters on. You know, now that Eddie was on, there'll be coaches that'll want to come on. Like, this is great. Anyone that watches this and listens after this, reach out. Hit the Neon Go Show on your socials. Hit Ryno Sports Cards on your social. Anyone wants to come on, hit us up. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'll be at LFA this week, Friday night. Mike got Omar and I tickets in Arizona. So we're gonna we're talking about we're gonna be at the card show, the Arizona State show. And he's like, dude, I'll be in Arizona as well. Do you want to go to LFA? Do I want to go to LFA? Of course I want to go to LFA. Yeah. So you got Omar and I tickets, so we're gonna be there. I'm gonna talk to some of the people there, see if we can't get them on the show as well.
Yep, deal. You also got to send me pictures if you see any cool wrestling cards down there.
Oh, 100%. Dude, I'm going to be a buyer. I'm going to be buying, making the content, doing all the fun stuff with it. Absolutely.
All right, now let's get into our normal situation after all of that. You see anything good this weekend? What happened with your boy, Matt Crosby? What happened? What happened? You going to be a Ravens fan
First of all, we'll just mute this. Fuck you, Robbie. So...
But in fairness, so wait, hold on. So now let me ask you, like, my aspect of things. I told you I love Aaron Rodgers. He went to the Jets. I'm watching Jets. He still watching Steelers. So you're still obviously diehard Raiders fan. Are you still a Matt Crosby fan and gonna support him in Ravens, or like, no, now fuck you, you're dead to me?
Fucking dead to me. So fucking dead to me. So he's the only jersey that I actually own is Max Crosby. Here's the two sides of the coin, okay? Born a Raiders fan, been to so many Los Angeles Raider games, going to see them at El Segundo training. I threw a football over the fence. Howie Long threw it back to me. I love my defense. I love it all. Times are different now, man. Like, Raiders, any of these organizations, they don't care about the players, bro. They'll trade them for anything that they want to go with. So, like, my business side of it, I understand 2 first-round picks. Get this man while he's in his prime. Let's get some solid picks from it. But the Raiders fan in me, like the love of this game and what Max Crosby represented to the Las Vegas Raiders, bro, I'm bummed out. I am bummed out that they traded him away. I don't give a shit about first-round draft picks or anything like that. They let Spillane go to the New England Patriots. Look at that defense after that man went over there, leading the league in tackles. Now they let this heart and soul of the defense go with Max Crosby, and they trade him away again. Business decision wise, I understand what they're doing, and I get that. But fan wise, me personally, I'm bummed out, bro. I'm so bummed out, Robbie. I'm cutting my nose to spite my face. I'm actually taking my top Raider cards and I'm selling them at the Arizona State Card Show.
No, you're not.
I am. My 101 Ashton Genty Shield auto. I'm taking that to the show. My Max Crosby downtown uptowns, I'm taking them to the show. I am, bro. I am cutting my nose to spite my face type situation because I'm bummed out on that. I really am. Again, picks aside, that's great. I see what the Raiders are doing. They're not doing shit in the opening trade right now. Freaking Kansas City got Kenneth Walker today. I mean, like, everybody else is getting better, and the Raiders are like, you know what? We're gonna let our best defensive end go. Like,
so to that point, as we know, and I said, I'm a diehard Cowboys fan, but I love the Seahawks because we're here. But the thing for me is, I watched, like we all like I'll watch football because it's on, but there are players on teams that I'll watch. Case in point, like I was paying attention to Oakland because of Max Crosby. Well, now me not being a Raiders fan, I don't care about the Raiders. I'm not gonna watch.
Right.
Like I don't. So like I feel like, again, how you said, business decision, and I'm not part of the organization, whatever decision they want to make. But like as a fan, I feel like that should have been the guy you kept. Let go of everyone else you have to let go of to keep that guy and build a team around that guy. And so I'm interested to see, do in the NFL, do players have a say, or am I like, I'm the coach and hey, we're trading you here for these reasons? Like, does a player have to agree to get traded?
No, not every time. There's cases where they'll have trade clause in there where they have to agree to what team they go to or if they can be traded. Like bigger name, like an Aaron Rodgers type of thing. Those types of guys will have that in there. Um, you just never know, like the rumors that come out, these stories. There's rumors that Max Crosby last year was having beef with Tom Brady and Tom Brady's his personal trainer. They were having issues internally and not liking them. And Mark Davis had to get involved, and him and Max didn't have any communication for months. And there's all kinds of crap. We'll never really know the truth with it. Actually, John Gruden talked about Khalil Mack when he went there, and Khalil Mack got traded to the Bears, and everybody's kind of freaking out because he was our number one pick. It was like, why would we let this freak athlete leave? Well, it turned out like they just couldn't come to terms with their contract, and Khalil wanted out of there after that. But we all thought at that time that the Raiders just made the move and traded him away. But realistically, it was the other way around. They just couldn't come to terms with it, and Khalil wanted out. So we'll probably find out one day, but. Yeah.
What do you think the quarterback situation is going to look like? Because Gino's gone too.
Thank God. In a perfect world, I would love Aiden O'Connell to start and let Fernando Mendoza get the backup on there and kind of learn the system and learn the NFL and watch the speed of it. But that's not a perfect world, and we're talking about the Raiders here. So the Raiders are going to wind up drafting Fernando Mendoza. He's going to wind up starting. They're not going to fix their offensive line, and all the talking heads out there are going to talk crazy shit about Fernando Mendoza and how the Raiders should have done something completely different with their stuff. Because we're not shoring up the O-line yet. Like, we're not doing anything with it. We're not bringing in any of these big wide receivers. We did trade for a cornerback today from the Buffalo Bills. We picked up a vet who's been off, the past 2 seasons, been playing kind of crappy, but it's the Raiders, bro. It's the Raiders. Again, Aiden O'Connell, he's my opinion, should be starting. I'd love to see that kid get traded somewhere else and have an opportunity, like a Sam Darnold-esque type of opportunity, go somewhere and run a team, because I really think that he's that damn good that he could do it, but he won't get the shot.
So we're in off season now. Because like, did they have the draft already?
Nope. Draft is going to be in Pittsburgh. Yeah, draft is Pittsburgh.
So with the draft coming up, what would I say, second year rookies, things like that, what kind of football cards should people be looking out for now, or if they have, hold on to those? Because like, what should they be?
So again, this is my opinion with it. This isn't like a pump and dump type of situation, but realistically, I think people should be looking at CJ Stroud. I think CJ Stroud is going to be a great buy.
Wasn't he? He's the Texans quarterback.
Texans quarterback, yeah. So his freshman year, crazy hype, just went nuts. They made it to the playoffs. Second year, got injured, looked kind of crappy. And now going into his third year, like he was excelling last year and doing well. Jaden Daniels is another one. He got injured. Everybody was selling his cards, trying to get out of it, dump his cards. Jaden Daniels I think he's a good buy. Absolutely. I think a lot of the Raiders guys. So even me saying that I'm going to sell my stuff right now, I think the Raiders, sure, getting a new coaching system in there. I think Brock Bowers would be a great buy, because his first year with having somebody to throw to him, even though I didn't like the quarterback situation that was happening with that, he still led the league in everything for tight ends and wide receivers as well, and got rookie of the year. I think those 3 guys would be great buys for anybody right now, honestly. And Fanatics is going to be coming out with, in April, they're going to do the 2025 season again. So currently right now they have Jackson Dart, who can get their autograph. You can only get it through Topps or like it might be like Wild Card or Leaf, but Topps is going to redo the 25 class before the 26 class comes out. Oh, it's Cam Ward and Jackson Dart. So you'll be able to get autographs on Topps Chrome and everything they're going to do for it.
And so those would be ones, if you have, hold on to them or get them in this off season now and watch the rise during the season.
100%, 100%. Because don't go out there and go buy like Jackson Dart right now. Even Drake May dropped drastically after losing the Super Bowl. He's a buy. He's a young kid. You know, the people that are scary like JJ McCarthy. You never really know what's going to happen with that. I think Tua in a good situation could have a positive year. And he got cut by the Dolphins today, and they're talking about him possibly in Arizona. It's going to be interesting. You know, the Cardinals have already mentioned that Kyler Murray is going to be let go, so you would be moving on from one shorter quarterback to another shorter quarterback. So it'd be interesting to see what happens with that. But I think Tua is so down right now that just take a flyer on him and see what happens. I might pick up a couple of his cards just to hang on to see where he lands. And if he lands at an organization with some weapons, I mean, Marvin Harrison Jr. out there, let's see what happens in AZ.
Would you take him on the Raiders?
Tua? No, I wouldn't. No, just because we don't have the weapons to give somebody that's going to need the shine. That's why I wouldn't take Fernando Mendoza. I would trade down and get more picks. And
so if you're doing the draft, are you starting over? You're drafting a new quarterback?
I would lay in the later rounds if we had to, but realistically, the Raiders traded away Miller, one of their quarterbacks. He was a third stringer quarterback. They traded him away to Miami, which Tom Brady was heavy on him, which I didn't understand why we drafted him just to move him away. Didn't even give him an opportunity. Again, Aiden O'Connell, not to beat a dead horse, but I definitely think that he needs an opportunity. He got injured when Gardner Minshew was there, and everybody was talking about Minshew mania, and it was crap. He's, him and Geno Smith are the reasons why we got the number 1 overall pick. So no, I wouldn't. I think next year, if we're going to rebuild, and if we happen to get a number 1 pick again next year because we're just that bad, guess who's going to be in that? Arch Manning. Arch Manning is going to be the number 1 pick overall next year out of Texas. Kid's an amazing athlete. He has the mobility of his grandpa Archie, and he has the throwing power and the cerebral assassin of his uncles. So, yeah.
Okay. Speaking of crap,
get me hyped up.
Since last we talked, fucking Cody Rhodes is the champ again over Drew McIntyre.
I didn't even want to talk about wrestling today. All crap. All crap. Bro.
Hold on. Because there's one thing that was not crap, but go ahead.
So Cody Hogan needs to just basically disappear for a little bit, bro. Yeah. Like, you want to talk about shoving somebody down your throat. We talked about this already. Like, the WWE is making it very well known that Cody has to be a champion to be relevant. And that we've talked about, because we said, like, without it, he could have these matches. No. If he doesn't have the title belt, nobody really cares about Cody. I think it's because they're shoving him down our freaking throats so much right now, And why give the belt to Drew? Why do that? Why give the belt to Drew to do that? And just to have him back in like the mid cards with fighting Jacob Fatu, because that's going to happen. Yeah. Or unless because they can't set up for a triple threat match for WrestleMania because you have Randy Orton that's going to now be fighting Cody Rhodes.
So, and you don't think we could do Randy, Cody, Drew in a triple threat?
What about Fatu? He's going to be in the mix this entire time. I think what's going to happen is it's going to be Fatu and Drew in a street fight, cage fight. They're going to go with that for at least 3 pay-per-views. It's going to wind up ending it like a Hell in the Cell type of thing, because them two are just kind of physical big bodies. I think they're going to wind up doing something like that. But yeah, man, again, Cody Hogan got his belt back on him, and it's ridiculous.
My thought process is that kind of means Cody has to win at WrestleMania, doesn't it? Because why would you give him the belt and 3-4 weeks later you're letting Randy get it? Why are we if if the plan is to put the belt on Randy, then you could have just had him take it from Drew. Like, why did we? Unless, who knows? Maybe Drew's injured and we don't know about it, and they're playing all of this off because it was, hey, he can't get to WrestleMania, so maybe let's leave one slight asterisk. That's the plan. But right now, my brain's thinking, well, then Cody has to win at WrestleMania because there's why would you give Cody the belt for 3 weeks?
I agree, man.
Trash. It's just trash.
It is trash. How many more pay-per-views do we have before WrestleMania? I was just trying to look that up.
None.
Is WrestleMania next?
Yeah.
So that's that trash.
Yeah. WrestleMania is in 20 days. It's like
right.
April 19th. Yeah.
See, and the only thing that I could keep thinking about is that do you think they're ever going to set up Roman and The Rock? Do you think that kind of like fantasy match will ever get to happen? Like the Rock will come down, anything with it?
Potentially, if Roman beats Punk, maybe that happens. But if Roman doesn't beat Punk, then what would bring The Rock back? Because Roman is still Roman. He's not this invincible, beatable guy that he was when he was the tribal chief. So I don't see an aspect of CM Punk beats Roman. Well, then why now would the final boss show up wanting to fight Roman? Whereas if Roman gets his belt back, then maybe The Rock wants to come in and be like, hey, stop thinking you're this big man. You're not what I was. So maybe we could set that up. But also, I don't want the belt. No shade on Roman. I don't want the belt back on Roman after WrestleMania. Roman doesn't need it. Roman, we're good with Roman not having it. He is literally at Undertaker level where dude shows up, we all pop, let's go. He doesn't need that belt. But that's the one thing I was going to say. Did you see the promo between him and Punk on Raw?
Yeah. Like, I'm curious how much of that was like real and how much of that was like scripted. And they said, hey, we can go talk to this. Cause I mean, you dude throwing bombs at each other, haymakers at each other.
Yeah.
That was wild.
You could tell when
next to your dad.
When Roman kept calling him Phil, you could see like that was kind of getting to Punk. And then same, I was like, wait, Roman had to give the okay for that, because for CM Punk to say it and walk away, I feel like Roman's the type of guy that if that was a line you crossed and he didn't want to cross or wasn't ready for it, I don't think the television cameras and business, I think all that would have went out the window and he would have went at CM Punk. So to stand there and stare at him walking away, I feel like he may have given the okay, but also maybe he didn't, and Punk went into business for himself. Roman had the brain power to go, okay, that this is going to lead to better business. But I also feel like that would have been a moment of, oh, like we're done now. Like, cut these cameras off. Me and this dude are fighting right now.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think maybe they just wanted to make it more real, and talking about it would be okay. Because every time, like you said, like you just mentioned, like every time we called him Phil, you kind of see CM Punk feel like, oh, okay, all right, I see what we're doing here. I don't like it,
Yeah.
But and that's the thing too, is that Seth has something going on right now with the Vision, but everybody in the Vision is hurt. So you're gonna have Seth Rollins and
Logan Paul.
I mean, at WrestleMania, like, come on, man. Like, and that's the problem, is that they've always said like Seth is gonna want the belt from CM Punk. So is he gonna screw over CM Punk and give it back to Roman? But he also doesn't like Roman.
That's a good point. Could he screw both of them? Because technically, if it's a championship match, if he came in, either one he hit would be a DQ. So he messes up CM Punk, he messes up his WrestleMania moment, but he keeps the belt, but then he screws Roman out of it. So like that could end up being a thing. But you did call that Seth Rollins was going to have a new Shield, a new Vision. And after Monday night, I 100%, when I was watching, I was going, fuck, Ryno called this. And it is going to be, I think he is going to come out with a new faction.
Yeah. As they kept coming out of the crowd and doing that, I was like, I knew it. I was like, they're just going that direction. But also, what we talked about too is bringing it back to the like the cuts in the back parking lot and just doing crazy stuff. How about that, man? Like LA Knight driving away.
Ambulance.
You have the other dude jumping out of the car. I mean, like, they're doing some backstage segments that actually get you excited and involved again. Paul Heyman getting blasted with the chair shot. I
Yeah.
mean, it's pretty, and again, that's the homage to like the whole Shield and everything that they did previously with that.
Yeah.
That's what they need to do to keep us entertained, and that's actually to your point that we brought up last week with the dude that you cussed, like
Oh,
him
Danhausen.
doing his Danhausen doing his backstage with that. I actually love watching that every week to see what's going to happen with it. Putting him with the Miz, like them two chopping it up is going to be fun. Like that
Oh,
that
that's
that that was
money.
pretty funny. Like that was
Straight
pretty
money.
damn good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. Because then like Obo Fenton comes out and just beats the crap out of the Miz, which is awesome to see him.
Told him he's gonna die.
Yeah,
Die tonight, Mike. Yeah. Yeah. So
yeah.
that's what I was telling you is he will take the place of what the Boogeyman did, what R-Truth did. He will be the comic relief. And I think putting him like the Miz and having the Miz be mentoring him in this WWE system, like that
Mhm.
right there, that's money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So when do you leave for Arizona?
We fly out Thursday morning. We
Yep.
fly out. Yeah, it's gonna be just a packed 2.5 days. I didn't realize in my head that the card show on Friday starts at 2. It's 2 to 8, but we get in an hour early. So we'll fly in. We might go check out another card shop. We'll see what's going on around Arizona. We'll go to the card show an hour early. We'll film some content outside, do all that fun stuff. And then get in there, make some deals, and then shoot over to LFA. And then the next day on Saturday, we don't fly out to the afternoon, so we'll go back to the card show in the morning for a few hours, and then take off after that. But yeah, it's gonna be 2.5, 3 days of wham bam, thank you, man.
So the next Monday, we're going to want recaps of everything that happened.
Oh, 100%, 100% recaps of it all, and we're gonna be social media freaks, man. I'm gonna bring lots of packs, be giving away packs to little kids, and bring lots of Tops baseball stuff to people since it's out there for spring training. The wifey just got back from spring training. She was out there for watching the Dodgers with her family. She had a fantastic time. I'm gonna set up next year. I'm gonna set up like an Airbnb to go out there and go hang out for a week and go watch some
Nice.
spring training, which would be a lot of fun. But yeah, dude, this card show, bro. Arizona State Card Show's over 600 tables at Chase Field, multi levels. They have it set up on 2 different levels with vendors. That's going to be
Nice.
incredible. Yeah, and I've already set it up that we have some influencers that we're going to go hang out with and do some content with them. Just ordered a bunch of new batteries that I'm charging up and tripods for Omar, and
Nice.
that man. He videotapes everything.
Everything.
So
He'll have cameras
yeah,
set up. You don't even realize they're over there set up.
100%. I've already
Yep.
told him I'm going to watch my P's and Q's with everything that I'm saying. This man will have raw footage of me saying some just wild shit. In 20 years, he'll have me kicked off of some damn show
Oh,
because I said
we
something
make-
wild out there.
Uh,
Yeah.
Look out for any good wrestling cards for me.
Oh, I will. I absolutely will, because I really think that a lot of these ones are going to start popping off. One of my ones I want to look for Jake the Snake Roberts auto. I would love to find something like that. I don't think Mr. Perfect signed anything, but boy, if I could ever find a photo or something that he signed, that'd be pretty cool for the shop.
That would be awesome. That
Yeah.
or a Rowdy Piper.
Roddy
Like
Piper
those,
would be cool.
those would be dope.
Yep. I agree. I want to get something fun like that. Man, those damn legends are gone too early, dude. With all the stuff that's happening right now, they're just gone way too early.
Way too. I think about that sometimes. Like, could you imagine if Piper was still here, or if Jake the Snake? I know he's in AEW, but if he was at WWE, like backstage working on stuff, or dude, how about the Road Dogg is just left WWE? Like, is this real? Is this a work? Like, what the hell?
So I seen you kind of seen the writing on the wall with that when they were talking about when I was reading some of the dirt sheets that he was a Vince guy. He was really big, like with the Vince McMahon type stuff, and some of the stories that Triple H is getting blamed for. Obviously, he's the creative director, so he has the final say. But some of these things that were happening were the Road Dogg's problem. Some of these like just horrible, lame story routes that we were taking was his problem, was his issue with it. So I'm curious to see what happens or who's going to be the next one up. Well, hey, I mean, you talk about that with like the storylines with the Road Dogg leaving. I mean, what about Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill? Like, do you think that stuff is real with Rhea going to the writers and going to What did JB say?
The producers and the I know what you say. I don't know if it's real, but I feel like Rhea being Rhea is playing it up that it's real because you and I have said Jade Cargill is trash. Like she's not
Yeah,
interesting.
trash.
And if you're a fan of hers, all of this, we're merely speaking from being WWE fans.
Yeah.
They made this big hype when they signed her and that she was coming, and it did nothing. She's you know good to look at because she's in shape and all that, but she will never be a Rhea. She will never be Natty. She'll never be Liv. Like, and maybe I'm wrong. She'll never be a Bianca. Like, I just don't see that from her. And so the talking, the taking the shots, I think maybe that's Rhea trying to help. Like, hey, let's get something out of this. And maybe our perception is wrong. Maybe she goes in and she has a hell of a match with Rhea and she proves us wrong. That's something I would hope. Maybe Rhea, I mean, it's Rhea fucking Ripley. She can get in there with a goddamn broom and she'll make a broom look good. So
Yeah.
maybe Rhea knows that. And Rhea knows, like, hey, physically, when we have our match, I'm going to get you there, but we need to get you there. We need the people behind you. We need the stories behind you. So, like, let's take this avenue.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that as well, especially after the old Seth Rollins damn crutches and everything. Now I don't believe anything anymore.
Nothing anymore. Ever
Nothing at
anymore.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree with you, dude.
Dude,